We know the powers of the president. I'm a system man. I respect him. If the president wants to, use his powers to pass this tax bill, he may have his ways, but it has its consequences.
While President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has taken steps to slow down the process and asked that more consultations be done on the tax reform bill, which we're expecting will be out as soon as possible. One thing has happened, very clear. One northern leader has come out, the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dogara, to state categorically that northern leaders, especially the governors, you need to begin to think out of the box and be more creative in everything that you do. There will be no freebies anymore. That much he said at that town hall, this town hall here, you can see, that's him, Dogara. He's been speaking very, very strongly, asking the North not to, one, look at this as a bill that is against the North, and to look at it as a wake-up call for governors of northern Nigeria. So you have got this food majority, up to 80% of what you consume in Nigeria today is produced from the North. But the North cannot even get that taxes, the VAT that can come out from it. We'll see how the adjustments are made into the new bill before it is being passed. But ultimately, what Dogara is saying is that we must give this bill a chance because this is one credible thing that has been done. And if any leader in Nigeria will be, singled out for this kind of policy that will emancipate our country, then it is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm not holding brief for Mr. President. It's not my job. But we must call a spade a spade. This is the time. The time is now, as he has said. So let's just take a listen to more of what he particularly said about the tax reform bill.
Let's look at some of these objections that have been raised. I will address the question of leadership. And my appeal to all of us here, we are all leaders. We should remove the cap of regionalism, the cap of sectionalism, cap of religion, and put on the cap of leadership. Because that is what will resolve the current problems that we have. I think one of the major objections relates to the issue of timing. I've had this even from leaders that I respect. But in leadership, when you talk about timing, the way I have heard them talk about is a tragic misconception of the notion of time itself. Because there's nothing like future, there's nothing like the past. All we have is now, now, now. It is what you're doing now that will become your past. It is what you're doing now that will affect your future. It was Dr. King who told us that time is neutral. And without creative use of time, time itself becomes an ally of the primitive forces of social stagnation. So the answer he gave was to say that the time is always ripe to do right. So the question before us as leaders is not to look at what the president is doing, what our leader here, Taiwan's committee have produced. I don't even care if it was part of the president's agenda. All I am bothered with as a leader is it the right thing? Then if we come to the conclusion that it is the right thing for us to do, then the time to do it is now.